Rugby careers don't usually end because of one bad game. They end because of injuries, pressure, mental strain, background struggles, or moments where walking away feels easier than fighting back. Today, we're counting down 10 rugby players who faced serious life or career challenges that almost ended everything, but somehow they survived it. Some of these stories are about brutal injuries, some are about mental and emotional battles, and one, at number 1, is bigger than rugby itself. Let's get into it. Let's start at number 10, Julien Marchand. Marchand's rise looks smooth on paper, but behind the scenes, it really wasn't. Early in his professional career, he dealt with serious knee problems that slowed his development at the worst possible time. For a hooker, knee issues are brutal. Scrummaging, throwing, tackling, all under pressure. At one point, there were real doubts about whether his body would ever fully hold up at international level. Beyond physical injuries, he faced professional challenges, such as a 4-week suspension in 2021 for a dangerous tackle, which forced him to miss the Champions Cup final, a major blow for a club captain. But Marchand rebuilt himself, physically and mentally. He refined his conditioning, improved his durability, and came back stronger. Today, he's not just France's first-choice hooker, he's one of the most complete front rowers in world rugby.
At number 9, Jasper Wiese. Wiese's challenge wasn't just physical, it was about discipline, direction, and reputation. Early in his career, he struggled with consistency and control, which nearly derailed his chances of becoming an elite international player. In South Africa, that's a death sentence for many careers. His move to Europe became a last real opportunity. Beyond disciplinary issues, Wiese faced a significant physical threat in early 2025. His season in Japan was cut short by a neck injury that required surgery. Given the high-impact nature of his role as a number 8, neck injuries are often viewed as potential career enders. However, he managed a successful recovery, returning to the Springbok mix later that year. His move to Europe became a last real opportunity. Instead of fading away, Wiese matured. He tightened his discipline, focused his aggression, and rebuilt trust in his game. That second chance turned him into a Springbok World Cup winner and one of the most feared ball-carrying forwards in the game.
Coming in at number 8, Josh Hodge. Josh Hodge's career was seriously threatened by major injuries at a critical development stage. He suffered long-term setbacks that stalled his momentum right when he was breaking into top-level rugby. For young players, those periods are dangerous. Clubs move on quickly, and opportunities disappear. Only 8 days later, during a match against Harlequins on October 22, 2023, Hodge's momentum was violently halted. Director of Rugby Rob Baxter described it as a relatively serious injury that sidelined him for approximately 5 months. For a player whose game relies on explosive speed and physical confidence, such a structural injury to a limb posed a significant threat to his professional trajectory. There were real questions about whether his body would ever allow him to fulfill his potential. But Hodge adapted. He reshaped his game, became more versatile, and refused to let injuries define his future. Just staying in professional rugby after what he went through is a victory.
At number 7, Charles Ollivon. This is one of the most brutal injury stories in modern rugby. Ollivon suffered multiple ACL ruptures, not once, not twice, but repeatedly. At one point, he had destroyed both knees. Doctors, analysts, and even fans quietly wondered if his career was finished. Instead of giving up, Ollivon rebuilt himself mentally. He came back stronger, smarter, and more controlled. The most significant threat to Ollivon's career began in 2017. While playing for Toulon, he suffered a series of devastating shoulder and scapula, shoulder blade injuries. The injury was so complex that most physicians advised him against further surgery, believing his body could no longer handle the rigors of professional rugby. He spent nearly 2 years on the sidelines, essentially disappearing from the international scene. Instead of giving up, Olivon rebuilt himself mentally. He came back stronger, smarter, and more controlled. Not only did he return, he became France's captain, from near retirement to leading his country. That's resilience.
At number 6, Ethan Roots. Roots didn't face one big injury, he faced years of rejection. He was released, overlooked, and forced to rebuild his career the hard way. No fast-track system, no guaranteed contracts, just grinding. Many players quit at that stage. Roots didn't. His return to rugby was partly triggered by a personal complication in his martial arts career. Roots was dating the daughter of his BJJ head coach. When the coach discovered the relationship, he expelled Roots from the club. Lacking a place to train in jiu-jitsu and having finally hit his growth spurt, he decided to give rugby another shot. He rebuilt through consistency, physical development, and work ethic, eventually forcing his way back into the conversation. His story proves that sometimes the challenge isn't pain. It's being told you're not good enough, over and over again.
Coming in at number 5, Romain Ntamack. Ntamack's career nearly took a devastating turn due to repeated serious knee injuries, including the crushing setback just before the 2023 Rugby World Cup. For a fly half who relies on movement, vision, and confidence, that kind of injury can permanently change a career. Mentally, missing a World Cup as a centerpiece player is brutal. In professional rugby, a fly half who loses their twitch or lateral movement is often moved to less demanding positions or sees their career fizzle out. Ntamack has had to reinvent his physical approach multiple times. His father, French legend Émile Ntamack, noted that the mental hurdle, believing your knee won't pop again, is often harder to overcome than the physical surgery. Despite these darkest hours, Ntamack's return to the French squad for the 2026 Six Nations serves as a testament to his status as one of the game's most resilient playmakers. He's still France's tactical heartbeat, and his best rugby may still be ahead of him.
At number 4, Taniela Tupou. Tupou's challenge has been a mix of body management, injuries, and expectation pressure. Being labeled the next great tight head early in your career can crush you, especially when injuries start piling up. Recurring fitness issues and long layoffs nearly stalled his development at the highest level. Tupou has been refreshingly honest about the mental toll of his rehabilitation. Known for being the joker of the team, he struggled when the cameras were off. He spent 8 months in lonely rehab away from the camaraderie of the team. He confessed, "There was a time when I really thought about my future in footy. It was just mentally hard." Throughout his career, Tupou has faced intense public scrutiny regarding his weight and aerobic fitness. But Tupou kept fighting his own body. He refined his conditioning, changed his approach, and proved he belongs at the top. Staying relevant as a prop at that level is no small feat.
At number 3, Joseph Aukuso Suaalii. Suaalii's challenge wasn't injury, it was choice and pressure. Switching codes at a young age with massive expectations, media scrutiny, and public skepticism can destroy confidence. One of the most challenging moments in Suaalii's career occurred during his State of Origin debut for New South Wales in 2024. Just 7 minutes and 25 seconds into the match, one of the biggest stages in rugby league, he was sent off for a high, late tackle on Queensland fullback Reece Walsh. He became only the 6th player in history to be sent off in an Origin match. Many players never recover from that kind of spotlight. Every mistake is magnified. Every quiet game becomes a headline. But Suoli didn't shy away from it. He embraced the challenge, handled the criticism, and stayed focused on long-term growth. The mental pressure alone nearly ends careers, and he's still standing.
At number 2, Ardie Savea. Savea's story is less known, but incredibly serious. He dealt with recurring eye issues that threatened not just his rugby career, but his vision. For a player whose game relies on awareness, speed, and reaction, eye problems are terrifying. There were genuine concerns about whether he could continue safely at elite level. The issue became so difficult, which pushed him into admitting that by the end of 2017, he was no longer enjoying the game. He told his wife Saskia that he wanted to leave New Zealand and quit rugby entirely. Just before the 2019 Rugby World Cup, Savea revealed a terrifying secret. The vision in his left eye was deteriorating and everything was blurry. Doctors warned him that if he sustained a major injury to his good right eye, he could potentially go blind. But Savea didn't give up, pushed through treatment, adjustments, and uncertainty. Today, he's widely considered one of the best loose forwards of his generation. That comeback doesn't get talked about enough.
And at number 1, Siya Kolisi. This isn't just a rugby story, it's a life story. Kolisi grew up in extreme poverty, faced violence, hunger, and instability. Rugby wasn't a dream, it was survival. Before Kolisi ever held a professional rugby ball, he was fighting for survival in the Zwide township. His career almost ended before it started because of the physical toll of extreme poverty. Kolisi has spoken openly about nights where the hunger was actually painful, and he would drink sugar water to settle his twisting stomach. Chronic malnutrition often ends the dreams of many athletes before their bodies can fully develop. He lost his mother at age 15 and his grandmother who raised him shortly after. Surrounded by violence and drug use in his community, he admitted that he could have easily ended up in jail or dead. Even after becoming a professional, Kolisi's career hit a self-destructive plateau around 2015. He struggled with the macho culture of rugby and used alcohol to cope with the trauma of his past. Some questioned whether he should even be captain. Instead, he became the first black Springbok captain, led South Africa to 2 Rugby World Cup titles, and became a global symbol of resilience and unity, from nothing to the very top of the rugby world. These players didn't just beat opponents, they beat injuries, pressure, rejection, and life itself. Now I want to hear from you. Which rugby player do you think faced the toughest challenge of all, and who should have been on this list? If you enjoyed this breakdown, like the video, subscribe for more rugby stories, and I'll see you in the next one.